Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Love this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you, Kenny.
Love you, Sharon. So Sharon created the Florida Love Show song with Cher. Cher composed it, and Sharon created the words, and that's what she does. She does gift of song for people. She creates songs for people. So she created the Florida Love Show song, and we're over 60 shows right now. So we're past a year. I love you, Sha. I love you. Mwah. And what's amazing is I'm going to be playing the news shortly. The news, right after George Floyd's passing, I was handing out roses, thousands of roses to every African American because they were hurting. And so the news covered it, and that was a year ago. So actually, I'm going to play that news right now so you get an idea what Roses for Change is all about.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lerman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself, and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smelling Sweet, CBS 49.
Love you, Lisa Petrillo. Love you, smelling sweet. So it was amazing. You know, I went to Publix just now before the show to get my roses, and I go every week. And from a year ago, there were lots of African Americans who were still working there who came up to me and hugged me and kissed me and said, I love you. And now with the pandemic, with things, I always say I have a love virus, things are opening up. They're just hugging me and kissing me and loving me. And this is from a year ago. I mean, you can see some of the posters behind. That's from a year ago. So love is spreading. I mean, love is really spreading. And I'm going to share some different ways right now that love is spreading. I believe that if I love you so much, Jennifer. Love you so much. Please keep the comments coming. Oh, love you, love you, love you. And, you know, we're loving dads on the show this month. Love you, Allison. Oh, Allison, spreading love from Texas. I love it. Love you, love you. So we're going to love dads on the show today, and Father's Day is next Sunday. So start buying your gifts for your dads, loving your dads. I mean, for me, I lost my dad in 1996. Every second, I miss him. And I owe my life to my parents. I mean, they gave me life. Yes, I like your picture, Allison. Elvis, I love it. I love it. Love it. Please keep the comments coming. And so again, you know, I miss him every second. So just to let everybody know, this is my dad, okay? And he's Benny Love. So I'm Kenny Love, he's Benny Love, and I'm him. My dad had a heart of just pure love. He loved everybody. So I am my parents, we are our parents, and we get to celebrate. I mean, I believe every day is Father's Day, but we get to celebrate next Sunday, giving as many gifts as possible to our dads to just love them. So we're going to be really loving dads today on the show. So there was something a friend of mine actually let me know this today, and I didn't even know this. Today, actually tomorrow, is Loving Day. It's actually called Loving Day. I mean, it's crazy. When crazy coincidences, oh, love you, Jennifer, love you, love you. Oh. Yes, Chris McDonald's the best, love you, Allison. So it's actually Loving Day. And what happened on Loving Day was that the Supreme Court, in a decision in 1967, said that interracial marriages were legal and that they struck down the laws that said they weren't legal. And the opinion of the Chief Justice, he wrote, "The freedom to marry or not marry a person of another race resides with the individual and cannot be infringed upon by the state." So all state laws that said interracial marriages were illegal were struck down, and interracial marriages became legal. So this is actually a day where people who are interracially married celebrate. They have parties. It's actually tomorrow. It's June 12th. But when my friend told me this, I was like, it's Loving Day. Now, the craziest thing is the couple that brought the suit to the Supreme Court was called the Lovings. Their last name were the Lovings. I mean, it doesn't get crazier than that. Yes, he's so handsome. Love you, Allison. Yes, love you, love you. So, again, love is spreading. And I want to play something that when I saw this, I was so, like, in tears, okay? And how I know love is spreading, I believe if I spread love to one human being, I say I love you to everybody. If I say I love you to one human being and they're loved, that spreads to the whole world. So here at Florida Love, we love all 7 billion human beings. And again, I say human beings because we're all the same. We all have eyes, we all have blood, we all have skin, we're all the same. The only thing that differentiates us is language. And to me, love has no judgment. It has no criticism, no gossip, no hatred, no anger, no resentment. Love is just, I love you. And words matter. Love matters. So that's why I say I love you to everybody. And actually, an interesting thing happened to me the other day. A guy pulled up to the side of my car. He rolls down the window real slow, and he gives me the finger. And I rolled down my window, and I said, I just want you to know I love you. I love you. I love you so much. And he smiled, and he put down his finger. So it's really a choice. And my friend Audrey Love, who I love so much, Audrey, I love you if you're watching. Here's the choice Audrey says. She says you can either say F you or I love you. That's the choice every day, every second, every moment. And life is short. I could pass right now on this show. So I choose I love you. I choose love. I love you all, each and every one of you. So I want to play something that when I saw it on TV yesterday, I was just, oh my God. So Jill Biden, who's the First Lady of our country, she wore, oh, I make you feel so loved. I love you, Jennifer. I love you. So Jill Biden, First Lady of our country, wore a jacket, and on the back of the jacket, it said love. She wore a love jacket yesterday, and it was all viral, all over the news. And what she said was that she wants to bring love from America back to the world. So I'm going to play the news from when Jill Biden was wearing the love jacket yesterday so you can see how the difference that it made. And I love you, Jill Biden.
The message on the back of your jacket, ma'am, if you're willing.
Oh, the love?
Yeah.
Well, I think that we're bringing love from America. I think that this is a global conference and we're trying to bring unity across the globe, and I think that's important right now, that people feel a sense of unity for all the countries and feel a sense of hope after this year of the pandemic. Oh, I think he's so well prepared. I mean, he's been studying for weeks, working up to today. Of course, he knows most of the leaders that'll be here. And Joe loves foreign policy. This is his forte. So I think the meetings are going to be great. Oh my gosh, he's over prepared.
That shows Jill Biden wearing a love jacket. All billions of people saw that. So I'm not political. My political party is love. Okay, I love everyone. So I love Jill Biden. I love Melania Trump. I love Donald Trump. I love Joe Biden. I choose love, exactly. I love everybody because they're all human beings. So yes, you love all your family, Allison, yes. So that wasn't for me. That's right, hate is a strong word. Right, never say hate. Words matter. So I say I love you to everybody. Words matter. And they light up. They light up. I mean, all Publix was lighting up. So the reason I played that was not to show, any political thing. I mean, Joe Biden wore a love jacket and Melania Trump wore a jacket. I really don't care, do you? Now, again, I love them all. It's words matter. What is the message that we're bringing to the world? So when I saw that we were bringing the message of love and Joe Biden was doing that, that's billions of people. We're bringing love to billions of people. And here at Florida Love, we want to love all 7 billion human beings. It's simple, just saying I love you. It's so simple, and it matters. It matters. Love matters. So I want to play a video. Every week I play a video about not taking life for granted, no judgment. So I want to play a video now about life is short. So don't take anything for granted. So please play that video.
Hey.
You alright?
I wanted to go for brunch on Saturday, so I was thinking we could book something. There's this really nice restaurant.
Yeah.
I thought we could go.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. 20 minutes. Pen?
Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. See you later, yeah?
Bye.
Okay. Yeah,
Love
okay.
you.
Be there.
Mr. Clark? Is that Mr. Daniel Clark?
Yeah.
This is Dr. Cohen from Kensington and Chelsea Hospital.
Yeah.
Calling to inform me that this morning your wife was involved in a serious road incident. She passed away en route to the hospital, and I regret to say there was absolutely nothing we could have done.
I hope this never happens to anyone, but the harsh truth is that it does. Often we're so engrossed in our work that we forget to value, appreciate, and recognize those that we're actually working for. We get so wrapped up in our own lives that we forget the people that make up our life. I know people who regret the last words they said, and others who never really got to share how they genuinely feel. Whatever is taken for granted will eventually be taken away. That's when we end up missing the most the person that we least appreciated. Because we never think the last time will be the last time. We think we have more, but we don't. Focus on those that you really love.
Yes, focus on those that you really love. Because life is short. I could pass right now. I could pass right now on this show. So I'm going to love everybody every moment of my life. And yes, you love your godchild, Allison. Yes, you love everyone. Allison's such pure love. Yes, it's so sad, Jennifer. Yeah, so here's his wife, and yeah, life's so short. And she was pregnant, and she was going to let him know at their brunch. And he ignored her, and then she ended up passing in a car accident. We have no idea what can happen every moment. And last week, 2 of my friends' parents passed. One of them was the guest on this show, Kellyanne McGuire. Her mom passed. Yes, yeah, her mom passed. You know, oh my God, I'm going to start crying. So I spoke to Kellyanne, and she said that she showed her mom the show Friday night. She got to see the show. with her dad, and then she passed the next day. So Kellyanne was so courageous, so brave. She said, please share it. She came on the show that Friday knowing her mom was, seconds away. Sha. Yeah. So she said, Kenny, I love you, I love you, I love you. I said, Kelly, I love you, I love you, I love you. I mean, she said her mom was so moved, and then she passed, but she saw the show. So life is short. So go out and love everybody. Love, 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 and especially dads. Dads, now's the time. Love dads. This whole week, now, today, call your dad, say I love you, I love you, I love you, because we're going to celebrate loving dads today. So I'm going to say I love you, Dad. My dad's in heaven. I love you, Benny Love. I love you. So I always play a song from Love Songs. We have a group called Love Songs. Started out with one person, and now Florida Love's group has 35,000 people. So I am always playing now a duet because of what's going on with dads and daughters or sons. So I'm going to play a song with a dad and a daughter where they sing about love. So please play that.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
No, not just for some, but for everyone.
Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb.
There are oceans and rivers enough to cross,
enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow.
There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. All this and more, if you want to know. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
I want to introduce Sharon right now, and I'm going to tell you, I wake up sometimes with a song in my head, and a love song. And my whole room is surrounded by love. I mean, after 60 shows and all the wonderful love karma, which I called, I mean, people have gotten me gifts. It's all over my room. I have hearts and roses, and it's incredible. So I woke up with this song on Tuesday. The last time I woke up with a song, it was to call, it was Stevie Wonder.
I just called to say I love you.
I just called to say I love you, and we did it all week, calling to say I love you.
That's right.
So I just called to say I love you. Love you, Allison. Love you, love you. So I woke up with this song, so Sharon's going to sing it, and it's a love song, so enjoy. Love you, Sha.
Love you. Here's to you, Diana Ross.
Why must we wait so long before we'll see how sad the answers to the questions can be? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know what you're hoping for? Do you look behind you? There's no open doors. What are you hoping for? Do you know?
So Shan and I mean, we've done 60 straight Friday shows, and we were talking about this song. Like, I woke up with this song, and I just realized how come. Because do you know what your purpose is in life? Or what my purpose is in life? So my purpose is love. To love everybody. Kenny love everybody. So that's what I thought of, and I woke up that morning just saying, I love you, love you, love you. So, like, God is love. That's my wallpaper on my phone. So when you hear that, Shao, what do you think of?
For me, what I really like about this song is that if you don't like what life is showing you, then you have a choice to change it, to shift, to turn, to pivot. You're not stuck. So if you don't like what it's showing you, then create newly, and so find your purpose.
Yeah, so create newly your purpose. If you don't like where your life's going now, knowing that we could pass now and life is now, what's next? And we're going to have guests talk about that today.
That's right.
Which is so great. I'm so excited. So I want to introduce my first guest, who Lisa Lynch, who I call Lisa Love, and we're going to be loving her dad. And she's going to share with you about her purpose in life and what happened to her and how she created her purpose and what's next for her now. And also, what I love about Lisa, and this is how love spreads. So last week I was in the lobby of the TV station and I met Lisa, and her heart is so huge, and she was in a wheelchair, and she shared with me about she's doing this event coming up, and her heart is so huge. She has so much love. I mean, I said, Lisa, I want you to come on the show and just share all your love to everybody. The world needs to know your heart and your soul and your love for everybody. So I want to introduce everybody to Lisa Love. I love you, love you, love you, Lisa.
Love you too, Ken.
Yeah.
So thank you for having me on the show. And it couldn't be a more perfect show for me, because tomorrow I get to celebrate. For the last 4 years, I've been working on beach access in the Palm Beach County area, and I have a big event tomorrow, and it's 300 people are coming, and they're all going to be loved. They're going to be brought into the water in their wheelchairs. We have chairs to bring them in the water. We have boat rides, games for the kids, a DJ. It's going to be a great celebration, and dreams do come true. So I'm really, really excited that I stayed the course, and I'm looking forward to what I can create and make lives better and make people happy, bring them joy and love.
Yes, you want to bring people joy and love, and that's your purpose. And so what happened to you, and then what had you discover that this is what I want to do with my life?
Well, 10 years ago, it'll be 10 years this year, I was in a boating accident, and I was severely injured. I injured my spinal cord and my pelvis, and I have been working on my recovery. And for the first half of my recovery, the first 5 years, I had a real hard time getting back to the beach and the life I loved, because wheels and sand don't mix well together. So I had to literally be carried. And I realized 4 years ago that I didn't have to be carried. I could roll my wheelchair actually on the beach with a mat, and a good wheelchair could get me where I needed to go. So that was the day I knew my purpose. And I just went for it after that. I went to so many different places where I knew needed it, and I got 4 places that are now available in Palm Beach. And Marina Bash is great. Marina Village, one of the ones that the one we're celebrating tomorrow, because there's actually ocean water there, and you don't have to deal with the rough currents, and so people can come out anytime and use this beach access. There's kayaking there, paddle boards. People can come with their families, and they can get wet and then go in the water, and that's just going to be an amazing experience for someone.
Yeah, so beautiful. You know, I've had Rachel Barcelona, who has autism, on the show, and she's got an organization called Ability Beyond Disabilities. And that's what you remind me of. You create this ability to go into the ocean.
Yes, yes. And I love the water so much. I really do. And I'm also creating a paddle club and swim club so we can do different meetups so people can come out. I want to have a space where people can come and do the things they love and bring them joy and love. And I'll do all the work. I just want them all to be able to come.
Yeah, so you love the beach. You're a beach girl.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so, but you
my whole life.
Your whole life. You love the beach.
I grew up on Long Island, and I've been in Florida since I'm 18, went to college here, and I tried to leave twice, but I came back both times. I love the water. I like to kayak, paddle, boat still. I love to be on the beach any chance I get. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, you and I could just talk for hours. First, we're both from Long Island, and
Yep.
I love the beach. I moved straight to the beach in Florida, and you love the beach. So you've created these special wheelchairs that you can go into the water, correct?
I didn't create them. I found the best products out there,
Okay,
and just from trial and error for the last 10 years, I know it works, and I can look at a place and go, okay, I know how to design the beach access, just from inside knowledge of actually, dealing with inaccessibility, because I have to figure things out all the time. So my mind's always thinking. Does that make sense? I always say, okay, how can I make this easier for people? So, I'm fortunate. I can be a somewhat ambulatory, but for some, I got to think of everyone. So I have to really design it for someone who needs that extra help. So, and and I'm trying to take this corporate. I think we should have this everywhere. So I have a really big vision for it, and I hope God's grace and love, it'll happen.
Yeah, so you have a vision to take it corporate so that people have this accessibility to the beach and the water, and you know what's best, and you keep trial and error, learning, and that's such love. You just want love for everybody. You want them to have that experience.
I want people to be able to enjoy life and like have life easy, like not struggle and get to do the things that they want to do and don't think that they can't. So that's what I really am a stand for.
Right. So
possibilities, unlimited possibilities.
Unlimited possibilities. And again, like I said, with Life Short, you had no idea you'd be in a boating accident.
No, I had no idea. I still love the water, and I think that, sometimes you get the greatest gifts come from the most tragic events, and the gifts I've received and the things that I've learned and the heart that I have now for others, it all adds up. If that makes sense. I'm great.
Yeah, your heart is so huge for others. So what time is your event tomorrow, and where is it?
The event tomorrow is from 12 to 4. I have 300 people coming.
Wow.
So it's a huge success, and I couldn't be happier. And, I think I'm going to hand out roses tomorrow, too. And that would be amazing, because the love you're giving, I'm receiving, and I'm going to also share it. So It's from 12 to 4, Marina Village, and it's called Marina Bash. And hopefully next year we have another big one, and it gets bigger and grows every year. So that's what I would love to see.
Yeah, and if there are any corporate sponsors out there or corporations who want to take you up on this vision,
I would love lisasbeachhighway.com, and anyone can contact me there. And I appreciate all the support and love. I thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, so lisasbeachhighway.com.
Yes.
That's how they can reach you.
Yes.
Beautiful. So I love your dad so much. Your dad, Louis.
My dad's amazing.
My dad's
actually disabled as well. So he's been my rock. He's been my biggest supporter, and he really helps me heal myself, because I'm constantly healing my body, my mind, and my soul. So he's been great with me, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.
So your dad's your hero.
Yes, he is my hero. He taught me life's not a race.
Yeah, you love him so much.
Yeah, I do love my dad.
So what do you love about him?
I love that my dad's so giving and selfless, and he's always been the man of the family that's in charge. He's Italian. He's, definitely, how Italians are. We're very loud, but the love he has for his family is just amazing, and we feel it.
Yeah, so I love your dad, Louis, so much, and he's an angel right now, right here. So I want to play the slideshow of Louis so everybody can get an idea how your amazing, loving, selfless dad. Love Louis, love your dad.
Yes, love you, Dad. Thanks for giving me life.
Mm-hmm. So what's it like to see those memories?
I just feel so blessed that I have just an amazing, supportive family, and they've been there for me these past 10 years in more ways than I can describe. I know how blessed I am.
Yeah, how blessed you are. And your dad, he loves animals, he loves dogs. So you have such a large family. I mean, huge.
Yeah, there's 4 of us, so we all have kids, so it's it's a large. And then my dog is my little service dog. He took such amazing care of him for me, so they're really, really close. My dog's like my everything.
So how many siblings do you have? How many kids do you have?
I have 4. I have 2 sisters and a brother, so there's 4 of us total. I'm the oldest, and I have 2 children, Ryan and Kaylee. My son's 25, my daughter's 19.
Wow.
And my son's going to be a pro golfer, and my daughter is in college to be a anesthesiologist assistant at FSU.
Amazing.
So I have a lot of time on my hands now because my kids are older and they're grown, so now I get to really focus on this other stuff I'm up to.
I mean, you look so young. I just have to say that, Lisa. And the other thing is we've had dads on the show all month. They're so handsome. Every dad is so handsome.
Yes.
Your dad's so handsome.
My dad is very handsome.
Yeah.
He
He's
is.
got that Italian stud look. He's really handsome.
And he loves music, and he loves the drums.
So I played drums in a rock band growing up, and your dad, I see, so he plays drums. He loves drums.
Yes, when we were growing up, he would play in my grandma's basement in the bungalow that my grandparents lived in. So it used to be real dark down there, but he would play his drums all the time.
I
So
love
it's-
your dad. He
yeah.
can rock. He can
Yeah, and he
rock.
loves music too. He loves music, so
Wow.
we've been to a lot of country concerts together.
Oh, so he loves country.
Yeah, well, he loves music.
Okay.
He likes he loves all kinds of music. He's that's his soul is music. So that's where I get it from.
Well, it's so beautiful. So Sharon saw the slideshow. I cried when I made it. Sharon saw it, and she said, I want to sing this song to you. This is the song that came to her mind, to love you and your dad.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear it.
Hi. So this beautiful song by Josh Groban is called You Raise Me Up. And I have a little surprise because as this song is for your dad, when I was listening to it and preparing it for today, I noticed there's only one verse. The rest is just the chorus over and over and over. And I decided to give you and Kenny a gift of song with an extra verse, especially for this show, for Father's Day and for love. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when trouble come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up when I am walk on the sea. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. We spread love and hope in our clearing. When love is there and your heart can be free, and then fear dissolves into the ocean. So now joy and peace arise within. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk the stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk the stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
That's so beautiful. What a surprise. I had no idea. That was so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Yeah. So that
Happy
was,
Father's Day, Louis.
yeah, happy Father's Day to Louis and you. And so what would be your dream Father's Day with your dad?
How about Bora Bora? Just throwing that out there.
That's on our bucket list.
That's exactly so.
That's why we're laughing. We spoke about Bora.
We actually looked at tickets.
Yeah. No, I would actually just love to do whatever he would love to do. That would make me happy. Whatever would make him happy.
So whatever your dad would love to do would make you happy.
Because it's his day.
Yeah.
If it's my day, you know where I want to be. Anywhere salty.
So I want to thank you. I love you so much,
love you too,
Lisa.
Ken.
Love you so much, Lisa Love, and your event tomorrow. I can't wait to see the pictures posted on Facebook. Please send me pictures, and wow.
Yeah, and I acknowledge you for the impact that you're making for anyone who needs a special access to the beach, that it's a no-brainer anymore. And that is going to be your legacy. So, good job.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, so mwah,
4
love
years
you.
in the making. Thank you.
Yeah, love you, love you.
Love you.
So I want to introduce my next guest, who is Rebecca Love, who is such love, and she just started an amazing new company and also a new purpose and for business, and it's all about love. And I'm just really honored to have her on the show today because She came so beautifully dressed in red with roses, and you know, she just, and we're going to get to love her dad, Kurt, today. So I love you, love her, Rebecca. Welcome to the Florida Love Show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So please share with everybody your love for your dad. What do you love so much about your dad, Kurt?
My dad, growing up, my dad was my hero. My dad has always been one of my favorite people on this planet. He is just such an embodiment of love, and that really shows up as love is selfless, love is unconditional, love is a state of being. And my dad is always thinking about everyone else around him. He almost to a fault, I wish he would think about himself more. I'm just like, I'm always like, okay, what would be, like, I want to do something for my dad. Like, I always, you know, doing anything that would mean something to my dad. I want the world to just give more to him, because he just gives back all the time. So even growing up when my brother and I were little kids, you know, when we would forget to feed the dog, he would go and feed the dog, and my mom would be like, oh, good job, kids, you fed the dog. And my dad would just be like, and just let us take the credit. So, you know, he's always looking out for everybody else around him. It's impossible to not love my dad. He's one of the most amazing people.
Wow. So your dad, like, took care of everything.
My dad has always been the glue that holds the family together. He's just, you know, it doesn't matter who somebody else is. My dad is just such a grounded presence of being for everybody around him all the time. So.
Yeah, and also, what do you get from your dad? I mean, you're an entrepreneur. Your dad must be an entrepreneur. So what do you get from your dad?
My dad is very analytical. He's very balanced. He's always processing a lot of things all at the same time. It was funny because the entrepreneurial discussion was never something that my dad and I directly talked about, I'd say, until maybe like 2 years ago. I'm 31. So one day we were just randomly having a conversation, and I was like, Dad, I know you wear a lot of hats. Can you tell me more about that? Because he doesn't really talk about himself much. He's a very introverted person, and so he doesn't express much without a lot of initiation from somebody else. And so, you know, that it's always a conscious reminder for me to always be like, you know, for me to put myself out there, be like, hey, Dad, tell me about this. I want to know about that. You know, because like hearing about somebody else, that you know, it makes them feel loved when they get to feel heard. And so my dad shared with me one day all the different hats that he wore, because I'm like, oh, so you know, you're a day trader. He's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, my dad does a lot of different things. He works with the stock markets. He consults with people. He runs a family business, helps manage that. He works with a lot of nonprofits. And, you know, he's constantly helping other people with whatever it is that they need, just kind of connecting people to the person they need to be connected to. You know, he's always that person. And he doesn't really talk about it, because giving is something that you do to give. It's not about like recognition or, you know, what you get in return. It's a very selfless act. And my father embodies that more than anybody I know. Wow.
So, I mean, your dad is like, he's like brilliant to me. He's a genius, your dad.
He's also very intelligent on a lot of different topics. My dad can hold a conversation with anybody on any topic. He knows something about it. You know, even some things he's absolutely an expert on, but he could at least hold an intelligent conversation with absolutely anybody about anything. And so that was always something that I admired about my dad. I remember being on an airplane when I was probably like 7 years old. I'll never forget this moment. And I look at my dad, and he's just very intensely reading this book. And so he's obviously very interested by it. So I'm like, hey, Daddy, like, what are you reading? And he's like, this fascinating book. It's called The Little Ice Age. Well, a book with that title, it's either a children's book or the most ridiculous, like, boring book to 99% of people. In this case, it was the latter. And I remember as a 7-year-old, I read one paragraph, and I was like, I've never been so bored in my entire life. But my dad is fascinated by this because he just loves learning. So that's definitely something that I absolutely inherited from my father, is just constantly being in a state of learning about absolutely everything, constantly growing, constantly expanding, and just being present to life in a very balanced and grounded way. I get all of that from my father.
Yeah, you know, it reminds me that you started Business Done Better.
Yes.
And it sounds like it came out of that.
For all of the mindset and the processes, I definitely got from my father. You know, it's just and I get a lot of these things from both of my parents. I mean, it's just I love my parents so much. The slideshow that you're going to show later is something that I did just kind of spontaneously for their anniversary last year. I just found a whole bunch of pictures and put together a big collage for them. My parents are the definition of adorable. They've been married, 33 years now or something like that, and they love each other so much. They're always together, especially through COVID. They're now more attached at the hip than ever before. Anytime I call them, they're like, "Oh, we're out at the park riding bikes together," like every single day. But you know, they're both. They raised me, so I really have to lump both of them together because I really did get this from both of them. Just a sense of morality and just living life with integrity of self and others, and just conscious communication and just always showing up for others. So all of those mindsets are always, you know, in the back of my mind, a part of everything that I do. So with Business Done Better, it's something that there's so many people who want to do good in the world. And oftentimes they don't have the pathways or the incentives or both, or there's just an awareness thing or an access to, you know, certain education or resources or people or whatever it looks like. And so that's something that through Business Done Better, we really want to be able to give every business owner all the tools that they need. We're really shortcutting that learning curve for businesses because business owners wear so many hats. You know, whether you're a solopreneur or you run a business with 100 employees, you just started a business, you've had a business for 30 years, you know, it doesn't matter. Everyone's constant. If you run a business, you're constantly balancing a whole bunch of things, you know, and within the business itself, but then with life in general, with your personal work-life balance, your romantic relationships, your friendship relationships, your relationships with yourself, health, all these different things, you're constantly balancing all of them. And so time is not something that most businesses have in excess. So we're really shortcutting that learning curve to help businesses figure out what's the right solution for your needs and your budget, and really making those things accessible to everybody. It's just, you know, we talked about this on the phone, Ken, you and I, about integrity, where it's, you know, there's so many businesses that they present to be one way and then you get involved and it's something completely different. And that's something that doesn't sit well with me. You know, it's like with everything that we've built with Business Done Better, you know, there was one platform that we were going to work with, and on their website they're like, "We're obsessed with customer support." And my developer's a smart cookie. He goes, "That doesn't mean that they're good at it." And I was like, "That's a valid point." So we tried to work with them only to find out they have email support from 10 to 6 Monday through Friday. They have no chat support and no support whatsoever on evenings and weekends, and no phone support. I'm like, I don't understand. And then they say that they provided all these one things, and you think that it's for a certain price, and then after you sign up and make your first payment, then you're like, oh no, you actually only get all those things as long as you have a subscription to these 6 other companies. And you know, that's not doing things with integrity. It's you want to. So Business Done Better is helping business owners and just the community in general understand that when you do things with the right intentions, with full integrity, and from an altruistic perspective, and you do right by your clients, your staff, the community, the environment, and yourself, you actually make more money. You know, you don't make as much money by misleading people. You know, that's not doing good business. So, you know, we're really, another way to explain what we're doing with Business Done Better is we're bringing integrity and humanity back to business.
Beautiful. So you're bringing integrity and humanity back to business. So how can people reach you at Business Done Better? Because you have a big event coming up.
We do, yes. So we actually this is our inaugural month right now in June. So we have our launch event is on the 29th. And you can reach everything at businessdonebetter.org. So, you know, we're going to have an access link directly on our website on June 29th. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern time, but you can make sure that you stay in tune with us by signing up on our mailing list. Then you'll get reminders because we have an amazing CRM system that we use in-house. That's something we offer to all of our members as well. And so, you know, sign up on our mailing list, then we get automated reminders, and then you make sure you don't miss anything.
Yeah, so businessdonebetter.org.
Yes.
I signed up for your mailing list as a business owner. I'm so excited for your event on the 29th. And since your dad is such a big influence in Business Done Better, because he is such love, I want to play the slideshow of your dad so everybody gets to see. And he's so handsome. They're all so handsome.
My
so
dad is
please,
very handsome.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Please play the slideshow. Love you, Kurt. I love your dad. And your mom's a dancer, and your dad took on dancing for your mom.
Yeah, my dancing was never my dad's thing, and he previously had 2 left feet. I can't say that anymore. After, I believe, about 25 years of marriage, you know, both of my parents love physical activities. They're constantly out bike riding and out at the park or anything like that. They have a really funny skiing story of when they first met. That's really funny. But my mom's thing has always been dancing. And that was never my dad's thing. So after 25 years, he was finally like, okay, that's how I get closer to my wife, is that's what she receives as love, is somebody who shows up for her on the dance floor. So my dad learned how to dance, and I can no longer say that he has 2 left feet. He is now an excellent dancer, and people, my mom's the kind of person where if there's live music, doesn't matter if there's a dance floor, she will move the tables.
Oh.
So, and then my dad and I will go up and start dancing, and people are like, are you guys professional? And so my mom just eats it up, and my dad shows up for her that way.
Now, your dad is from St. Louis.
Yes, born and raised.
And your mom's from Florida.
My mom's from all over. They actually
Okay.
met in Boca.
They met in Boca. So
Yeah.
what's the funny skiing story?
This is when they were first dating. My mom's going to kill me. So my dad learned how to ski by his college buddies taking him down a black diamond for the first time on the slopes. That was how he learned. They just basically kicked him down the black diamond slopes. So my mom had never been skiing before, and so my dad, his thought process was, oh, that's how you learn to ski, is by, starting with the hardest slopes there are. So he took my mom down a black diamond on her first time skiing. She cried, but somehow still fell in love and got married anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's love is all about listening to others, and love is a state of being, and it's really about how it's received. So love is having the other person feel safe, appreciated, heard, seen, and respected. And so my dad learned that did not equate those things with my mother. So then over time he learned how to do that, and vice versa. And they could not be any more happily married 30 whatever years later.
Yeah, I mean, that slideshow, they are so in love, so in love. So Sharon saw the slideshow, and she picked out a song to love you and your dad and your mom.
Yeah, and I love that you coupled Father's Day with, you can stay right here next to me, with your mom, right? Because one of the reasons I chose this song is because it's really, it doesn't matter if it's the mother saying it to the child or the father, but when you get to a certain point in your life where you can sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. And when I heard that your mother's a dancer, I'm like, oh my God, this is so perfect. So Mom and Dad, happy Father's Day. Took the 2 of you to create this gorgeous woman over here. And here we go. Hit it, maestro.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. Get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Hope you never feel those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Live it Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
So God is love, and God is rocking the place. This actually fell down. So Sha and Rebecca, Rebecca, what's it like when you hear, the dance song? What's it like for you?
Well, this is something that, I translate dance to whatever it is that brings you joy. So for my mother, that's absolutely dancing. But for me, dancing doesn't bring me joy. It's just not a thing for me. But it absolutely is for my mom. I mean, she lights up when she starts dancing. She had a hip replacement, I don't know how many years ago now, but I just came up on Facebook memories the other day, and she did a little video when she hit a certain stage of her recovery, and she pretended to come out with a cane and with a limp, and then she was like. And then she starts dancing, and it's fantastic, but you can just see her entire being lights up when she starts dancing, and it's like that's one of the things. A friend of mine said that the greatest gift that you can give somebody is the ability to see and love themselves, and if everybody can really see and love themselves and know themselves to an extent that they know what it is that brings them that level of joy, what a world we would live in.
Yeah, so beautiful.
So beautiful. And I just wanted to add that the first time I ever heard that song and sang that song was for my daughter Talia's graduation from preschool. We were looking for, I was the music teacher then at the JCC in Palm Beach, and the director came and she said, we need a great graduation song, something to send these kids dancing. And I'm like, I hope you dance. And it was perfect because it really is like a life lesson, because too many times we let fear stop us and we're sitting on the bleachers watching somebody else dance. It's safe over here, and we only grow when we step out of our comfort zone and we really do something that actually was a little scary, and we conquer that, right? So
that's could talk for hours on that topic. But yeah, you only grow when you're out of the comfort zone. So, and it's just, you don't know who you are. I actually have a rule where, I'll do business with anybody who does business with integrity, but from an internal standpoint, like people that I work with internally, I'll only bring people on my internal team if they've been through stuff in life, because you don't know who you are unless you've been severely out of your comfort zone. That's right. And you've had to really kind of expand your awareness of self in life. And it's just the most beautiful experience. The unknown is always scary. Very. But then when you practice getting out of that comfort zone, it's just the most empowering feeling.
And Kenny says it all the time, that love is the absence of fear, right? And when you have love, it just makes that fear, false evidence appearing real, poof. And I don't know if you heard when I did the Raising Up song for her, one of the lines was, the fears dissolve into the ocean when you have love. And I didn't even know how much you loved the ocean when I wrote that. So that was this morning. So it's really beautiful. And your mom and your dad, he's dancing for her. So hopefully on Father's Day they do a little dance for you.
He enjoys it now, but he initially started that because of how much he loved my mom.
That's right.
Yeah,
what we do.
So Rebecca, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show today. Love you, your parents, love your dad, Kurt, your mom. It's Andrea?
Andrea, yes.
Andrea, love you if you're watching. Yep, definitely. And I'm so excited. You're going to have the most amazing Father's Day ever with them this year.
And I'm just going to say one more thing, because I love how you really kind of help remind people that we could lose anybody at any moment. And that's something I tell my parents I love you every single time I speak to them, on text, on the phone, on a voicemail, whatever it is. And in any time I feel just that overwhelming sense of how much I love them, I always express, what it is that they mean to me and why I love them so much. Because it's just, you never, that was also something I learned from my parents. You never go to bed angry. You always, whatever the last communication is that you have with somebody, you should always be able to be at peace with it if you never spoke to them ever again.
So beautiful. So I love you so much, Rebecca, so much. And everybody, I love you, Lisa, so much, so much. So everybody out there, Rebecca said it perfectly. Go out and call your parents, call whoever, and just say I love you. Let them know that you love them. And so I love you all. Thank you again for watching the Florida Love Show. Look forward to seeing you next week. And happy Father's Day to all the dads. I love you. Who could you give a rose to? Love you, love you.
You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995, or ken@florida-love.com, or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life, and have a loving week. Love you all.